You are now entering Nightstorm Nation.
All I have to say is this.
Child abuse.
If you are one of those people
Divorce.
that have been put down all of your life,
Infidelity.
beat up and trapped in a pit of woe,
Depression.
it is time for you to stand up with the Nightstorm Nation, because we aren't going anywhere.
I'm YG Nightstorm, the man not afraid to be transparent as I help real people with real issues. And my co-host is my queen, my stunningly gorgeous wife and powerful business partner. Come on, baby.
This is Toby George, Nightstorm, the woman not afraid to tell the truth about how things really are. And this is Nightstorm Radio. Radio going real because we are you.
Now, Nightstorm Nation, feel free if you want to get involved. If you're in the ATL, call 443-558-8699. And to all the Nightstorm Nation members around the country, call in at 1-866-923-2860. You can also find out more about us, the Nightstorms, at nightstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. And you can also listen to the show on the talk radio page on nightstorm.com, also on love860.com, and right here on Love 860 AM, baby.
That is so right. Just so right. You're getting your 5% in. But anyway.
Oh, my goodness. You going to tell Nightstorm Nation again,
Yes.
I'm only right 5% of the time, baby.
Well, you used to have 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went down. But anyway.
It went down. I actually increased.
Anyway, so all you smartphone owners out there, don't forget that you can download the app for either iHeartRadio, Tunein Radio, or iRadionow, and take us with you everywhere, anywhere you go, anywhere in the world. And you could also click on the Watch Now button on love860.com and see us right here in the studio. You see YG flexing his muscles right there.
Guns,
and going,
baby.
oh, my goodness.
The guns are getting old, though. They might turn into pistols.
This show, I'm sorry, let us also say this. This show is being brought to you today by Embodiment by Yabi. Embodiment by Yabi is your total spa, salon, boutique experience. They are hiring. They want everyone in the ATL to know if you are a licensed cosmetologist, if you are a massage therapist, if you are a nail tech, if you know how to do your thing and you want to come out to the north side of town in the Alpharetta, Roswell area, they are looking to rent booths and to hire employees, and they say come on in. Go to their website, Embodiment, EMBODIMENT by Yabi, YAH as in Harry, B as in boy, Y.com. Go to the contact page, send them your resume, or you can just email them directly at Yabi, YAHBY at yahoo.com. But they're hiring.
Yeah, man, and it ain't, like I said, it ain't nothing wrong with getting paid and compensated to make people empowered by making them look their absolute best.
Exactly. And what I love about this salon is it's a multicultural, unisex salon.
Everybody can come in.
Everybody can come.
I mean, the queen can get her hair done, and YG, whatever hair I got left on my head, I can get my hair cut.
And the spa services.
Spa services, too. Old YG feels good.
All this stuff. They got it going on over there at Embodiment. So you guys, if you want to be a part of a great team, family, family-based and Christian-based and love the Lord, and they all doing their thing, then come on over. They want to hear about you.
Okay. And so it's a lot going on in the world today, baby.
It is.
It's a lot going on.
Always
what?
Whether we're awake or we're asleep, or because the world is daytime over there while we sleeping, so they messing up over there too.
What?
When we are asleep on this side, it's daytime on the other side of the world, so they're up doing their thing to mess up.
Okay,
like
so we're going to flip-flop. Okay,
that.
when they sleep, we screwing up on the west.
That's what I'm saying.
And when we sleep, they screwing up on the east.
Exactly.
So that's why it's a whole lot going on.
That's why it's always something going on in the world. Come on, get with it.
Okay, so what we got going on today, baby?
Well, today we're going to be talking about how you can save your spouse's life 1 calorie at a time.
Okay, now this is a challenge to a lot of couples out here because everybody know health and fitness is vital for life.
Exactly.
Okay. But we got folks that get upset. And in today's portion of How Can I Change My Mate, we have a couple, and they send us 2 letters, one from each party describing a major gripe that they have about their mate, and the significant item of the day is fitness and wellness. And we got a letter from the wife, and we got a letter from the husband. So, my queen, can I read the letter from the wife?
I don't. Yes.
Okay, thank you. It says, Dear Nightstorms, I'm happy to say that I almost married the perfect man. Almost. I love my husband with everything, but there is just too much of him to love nowadays. His weight is ballooning out of control, and his health is taking a nosedive. I try to get him to go on a diet, but he is fighting me every step of the way. Can you please help me convince him that he needs to stop being stubborn, be a man, and listen to me? Okay. All right. That's the wife's perspective.
As I was starting to say, I don't see why not. You can't read her letter because it's very interesting. But her husband has a flip side as to what he feels from his perspective. And he goes, I got money. And I don't need to work out. Just the beginning of that.
I got money. I don't need
Jared,
to work out.
Jared, where your microphone at, Jared? I want you to just comment on just that opening line.
It's starting already, man. Woo.
He starts off with, I got money. I don't need to work out. What you think about that, Jared?
99 problems and
working out ain't one.
the spare tire ain't one.
I know. Oh, my gosh. All right. So he goes on to say, my wife was attracted to me for my cash, and I didn't have to lift a single dumbbell. Now she wants me to go vegan and not enjoy steaks, burgers, ham, pizza, ice cream, cigarettes, and vodka. These foods are staples in my life, and I was this way when she met me. I will go on a diet when she agrees to cut back on her spending. Okay? The only thing getting skinny around here is my bank account.
Uh-oh.
Jared goes,
Uh-oh. Okay. All right, Nightstorm Nation, let's let's deal with this letter. Because obviously
I love this letter when it came up, when you showed it to me, when you was like, hey baby, come here, let me read this one. I absolutely loved it because you know what? Both of them make valid points in their own, the way that they're saying it is not exactly the way to get anything done as far as productivity wise and for anything to get solved. But when you look under the emotions of it and get to the nitty gritty, they both got a point.
Okay.
It's that's what I was when I sat back because at first I was like, okay. He said nothing gonna happen unless she happens. But I could see his point because he's saying I was this way when you met me. I was as big as I was, but you were willing to look over what was going on with me because you saw what I was driving, saw how I was living, and saw that I could afford you a certain lifestyle. So what's the problem now? I'm not doing anything different than what you saw when you met me.
Well,
except I guess you were so busy, the forest was, you could see the forest for the trees. And then I could see her side of it where she's like, all right, I've done it for this amount of time, but now I've gotten used to the money. I've gotten used to the lifestyle, and I'm looking at you as my spouse, and, I want to be attracted to the person that I'm spending the rest of my life with. That's what I'm peeling away from all the fluff on the top.
Okay, and you know something, you said that in a very politically correct way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point of what they're saying.
But I see stuff a little bit different.
After you get past all of this.
And I'm finna impose my 5%. I think my 5% finna jump 10% on this. You want to hear my take on this?
You go.
All right, now let's talk about the dude first. Okay, now the dude said, look here.
I was this way when you met me.
I was like this when you met me.
Exactly.
Probably 9 times out of 10 when she met him. He was smoking cigarettes.
And drinking
He
vodka.
was drinking his vodka. Enjoying him a nice burger, eating pizza. They went out to eat all the time because in the dating process, you go out to eat. And we know all about that now, don't we, my queen? We know all about that. But let me keep on going before I get in trouble.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, Nightstorm Nation. I am not the shoe girl. I'm not the purse girl. But you could take me to eat anywhere in the world you want to take me to eat. So I could definitely understand. So
we understand that. But let me get to the nitty gritty, because he said she want me to be a vegan. So that basically she want him to cut out all meat,
his steaks, burgers, ham,
everything. And and some folks say, if it has a face, you can't eat it because the poor little animals don't deserve to be on your plate.
And I'm sure that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a lifestyle.
Well,
that's their choice.
To me, and vegans have every right to feel the way they feel. This is America, and in America, you got the freedom to feel the way you feel and say the things you say and live your lifestyle the way you want to live. So if everybody got this beautiful freedom of this country, then I got a right to eat me some hamburgers. I got a right to eat me some pizza.
But I think what she said in moderation.
Hold on. But baby, this is what it is, okay? I see it like this. I'm going to paint this picture.
Okay.
Follow me, if you will, sweetheart.
All right.
Follow me, Nightstorm Nation.
Okay.
Here's what happened. He pulls up.
Visualizing.
He pulls up in this real nice Mercedes. And he gets out the car. It could, but is this my story? Okay, now he pulls up in this real nice Mercedes, and he get out the car, and he sees this beautiful, beautiful woman. She sees what he got. Now, first attractions, she don't know if he's a good person. He don't know if she's a good person. He just know he like what he see. She just know she like what he drive. And they have a nice courtship. He takes her everywhere. Jet set, flies her, takes her everywhere she want to eat, buy her anything she want. And then he say, baby, be my wife for the rest of my life. And she go, okay. And then they get into this lifestyle, and she living in the big house, and he running his business. But now she's starting to see her meal ticket. And now she also starting to see her meal ticket, high blood pressure. She also starting to see her meal ticket is his life expectancy is shortening very, very quickly. So what's going to happen when Daddy Warbucks passes away?
Life insurance.
But the one thing he said is that the only thing getting skinny around here is my bank account.
That's true.
Okay, so maybe now the money is not as good as it used to be.
But I hear what you're saying.
I let you finish. Now let me finish. Even though I know you think my opinion is wrong, because 90% of the time you think it's wrong.
No, I don't. No.
But can I at least finish?
You finish.
Thank you. And Nightstorm Nation, this does not go this smoothly at home. When I say, baby, can I finish? You say, no.
Wow. Keep going. Anyway, keep going.
No, you can't finish. But anyway, I'm going to say it like this. She knew what it was when she got with him. And yes, I honestly think that she has developed some real feelings for her husband. She loves this man, and she want to keep him around. But they are both imposing impossible situations on the other. She is saying in an extreme way, you need to go vegan. Now, she probably done seen his health declining and said she's trying to do everything she can to save his life. But he is saying this. The only thing getting skinny is my bank account. So I propose a compromise. I would say if I was him, baby, I would go on a diet if you slow down on the spending. Because what's happening here is our burn rate is too high. We are spending way more money than I can replace. And if you want me to burn some calories, then you're going to have to slow down on the burning of your credit card. Because maybe he is not being completely forthcoming about their finances and like, look, we can't afford to do this like this anymore. Now, on her aspect, she's seeing him sick. declining, and she's still seeing them smoking cigarettes. She's still seeing them drinking the vodka. She's still seeing them eating everything that ain't nailed down. And he is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And he's getting older. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now she's saying, look, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. If she slows down on the spending, she don't make him be a vegan, but make him go on a sensible diet and start slow. And then the weight will start coming off and his health will start increasing. I think the marriage will be all right. But right now they're at an impasse because she wants him to not eat any animals and he don't want her to spend no more money.
Yeah, it cannot be a all or nothing type deal, especially in marriage. It's got to be a compromise.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we compromise.
Really?
But what I'm seeing with her is that he must not have been as large as he must currently be now in the beginning, because she said his weight is ballooning out of control as of late and his health is taking a nosedive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's showing true concern.
Yes, I believe
and how she said, now, as far as being a vegan, when she knew that he loved his ham and his steaks and his burgers, that's extreme.
Yeah.
To him, not to her. And I'm sure him saying stop spending my money is extreme to her, not to him. Uh-huh. So it's got to be some kind of a compromise here. It's got to be a budget. Instead of saying go vegan, how about, baby, let's just do steak once a week.
Yeah.
And when we do that steak on whatever day it is, you can have the biggest T-bone or porterhouse or whatever you want, grilled just the way you love it, with all the sides, and that give us something to do. And then if the finances are not the way that she thinks it is, and she thinks it's free flowing like it was when they got together, when we don't know how long ago that was, and he knows differently, because one thing about guys, y'all don't let us in on everything that's going on.
What? Y'all
know that this is happening, is that it happening. We've heard so many stories of men who really know what the finances are looking like, that, the women are just out spending, because as far as they know, the lifestyle is still the same. So maybe we need to lay everything out on the table and see what we're really dealing with here and set up a budget.
Okay.
Like, I'll let you get one, coach, pro, duty, and Burke, whatever you want to do, whoever your vice is with these designers, you can have one a month.
Wow.
One
of them is still, okay, but I'll say this as a guy, and we have gone through this ourselves.
I mean, if it's one of those really extravagant, like those red bottom shoes, and I'm honestly, like I said, I'm not a shoe girl. I'm not a purse girl. So I honestly can't name the big time people. I've heard Michael Kors, and we just heard a name earlier today that I didn't register because I don't know. I'm not that type of person. But it's got to be compromised. It's got to be something to say, here's your budget for this.
Well, I'll say this because, and this is the advice we would give to you guys, because obviously you also still need to seek out professional counseling, because this is a marriage issue. But what I would have to say is the Queen and I had to compromise also, because a few weeks ago, the Queen was upset at me because I went to Waffle House. Okay. And I have now gone 3 weeks straight. Well, I ain't finna lie. I ate Waffle House last couple of days ago. But I will say this, and I'm sorry, baby.
That is news to me. And if people are looking at us on Nyghtstorm Radio, if you're on the thing, you just saw me on the camera look at him like, what the?
But I went 2 weeks without the Waffle House. But what it is we had to get to a compromise, because in 2012, I weighed 340 pounds in 2012. I had health issues out the roof. Then I lost 70 pounds, and now I picked back up weight. I'm back at 315 or 310, but it's muscle because I work out religiously and heavily. But lifestyle choices had to change. I did not want to die prematurely because I want to continue to take care of my wife, and my wife loves me, and she wants to continue to take care of me. Exactly. And we had to compromise, and it worked, and it's working for us. And sir and ma'am, it's going to work for you guys. But we coming to a break. And with all things, sometimes you just got to sit back, look at the situation, reassess, plan, and deal with the situation. So you're listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC. And we'll be back on the other side of the break, handling more of these stories on how you can save your spouse 1 calorie at a time.
You ever been so depressed to where you want to hurt yourself because life has been unkind, unfair, and unforgivable? Folks done hurt you and thrown you away. Yeah, I know, because I was there too, until I read this book by NYGHTSTORM called All Action No Talk. This dude has been there, man. He understands us. He was homeless, abused as a child, abandoned by his dad, and even his oldest son passed away. I'm encouraged because if this dude can make it, so can I, and so can you. So check it out at Nyghtstorm.com, NYGHTSTORM, and know that you have the strength to change your life despite adversity, like him, like me, like you.
Hey, you, guy or gal that's listening, are you enjoying the night storms? Good! If you want the 411 on me, YG Nightstorm,
And me, Toby George Nightstorm, aka Lady Nightstorm, visit Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Check out our informative blogs, videos, and see what Nightstorm Nation is doing to benefit the community. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
thanks again for listening to the Night Storms on Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday at 11 a.m. to noon on Love 860 a.m. Atlanta's inspirational station. We are you.
Hi everyone, it's me, Lady Nightstorm, and have I got news for you. Want to know how to keep up with us and what we're doing in the community? It's easy. Just like us on Facebook at Nightstorm. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio and become part of the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list at Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM. Keep up with all our promotions, contests, and latest happenings. Nyghtstorm Radio. We are you.
You are now rocking with the Night Storms on Atlanta's inspirational station, Love 860 AM WAEC. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nyghtstorm Radio, and today our topic is, how can I save my spouse 1 calorie at a time? And if you would like to call in, you can call in from the ATL at 443-558-8699. Now, to all the Nyghtstorm Nation members around the country, call in at 1-866-923-2860. But most of y'all just email us at nyghtstorm.com, or you tweet us at Nyghtstorm Radio, and y'all been sending us and Facebooking us at Nyghtstorm Radio. Man, we've been getting some straight up crazy letters. But if you missed the first segment, oh man, you always know the Nyghtstorm letter with the couple. And let's rephrase this in case you missed it. Now, the wife say her honey is getting a little bit too big in the tummy, and she want him to go on a diet. She want him to go vegan. And she want him to exercise, and she want him to lose weight because he's too big.
Right.
Now, the husband say, chick, I was this way when you met me, and you keep spending my money, and the only thing skinny going on is my bank account because you keep spending. So now that everybody is caught up, one more time, baby, before we bring in our experts, because we experts at this, but before we bring in our experts, one more last thing you got to say about this couple, because I think we helped them a little bit. We told them to compromise and get this together. So anything else, baby?
Basically, when you're in a marriage, you're trying to love, honor, and keep that person alive to be around for years and years to come. And you got to sometimes not think of just yourself, but the other person, and take a look at this from their standpoint. And how is it affecting that person with my spending, and how does it affect this person with the way that I'm living my life as far as the way I conduct my daily habits of eating and drinking. And the fact that they want you to be around is supposed to be till death do us part. It doesn't have to be prematurely. So
Right.
you have to think about that. But go on with this introduction because I'm just excited to talk to these guests that we have here.
Okay, now, it's always good, and refreshing when we have other experts to come on. So, Jared, in my famous British accent, could you please cue that music so we can introduce our guests properly? Yeah! Nyghtstorm Nation, our distinguished guests are here. Take it away, my queen. Woo!
She's a celebrity interior designer and decorates for some of the hottest TV shows and movies. He is an author and producer and getting ready to go on the road with his first stage play. Together they have achieved the rank of national director with Body by V.
This power couple has helped countless people with physical transformations by losing weight, building muscle, and earn some free BMWs. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to Nyghtstorm Radio, the couple that can bench press adversity, Sherrod and Cheryl Rutland. Yeah!
Welcome to the station. Welcome to Nyghtstorm Radio. It's so great to have you guys here. So,
okay, now, what's up, Sherrod?
What's going on?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Absolutely fabulous.
Okay, now, y'all done heard a little bit of the gist of what's going on with this couple. All right, now, because we want y'all experts' opinion, because you guys are physically fit, you help people for a living, making people healthy, making their finances healthy, helping them to transform their life. So obviously, this couple right here needs some kind of help. They need something. She's spending way too much money, and she want him to go vegan. Okay, extreme. He like, I ain't doing nothing unless you stop spending money, and he might kill over because he smoked too many cigarettes, drank too much vodka, and eat too many burgers. Now I understand about the burgers.
Yeah.
Bruh.
It's hard.
I understand about the steak. I get it, dog. I get it, man. Okay, but so, Sherrod, start with you. In your opinion, what can you say to the husband to kind of help smooth this over, to kind of fix things in this household?
Well, I would tell him to just, do a little couple sit-ups, kind of ease off the burgers and just try to do something to please his wife, because it's very important when you're in a marriage, a relationship, you have to keep each other healthy so you can spend the rest of your life together. And you want to stay attractive to that person, because you got to realize it's always men are very visual. Women are too in a certain extent, but you got to keep each other up as far as the health part, as far as the body part, because you don't want to just go out and be looking at everybody else. You don't want to be looking at somebody else's wife, somebody else's husband. You want to go home and say, you know what? I got one look just as good as that. But when you can't go home and say that, it's a problem.
Yeah.
hey.
Okay, and Cheryl, what about you with the wife, man? I mean, come on.
Well, first of all, I think she should not take him to the edge so harshly. I mean, obviously, losing the weight is a big deal, so we all can agree on that.
Right.
But what she has to do is not push him to such an extreme level. Take baby steps. If he's been eating steaks and burgers and stuff all this time they've been together, it's going to be a hard road to get him to go from excessive to vegan. So she has to compromise with him on that, or even work with him on that, and start cooking and preparing his meals maybe. And it sounds like that maybe not something that she might be into, since she's telling him what to do, and maybe she should participate in that process, so that if he's going to go out and try, make it easier for him to do. Help prepare the meals, help him with the workout plan, work out together, help him see that, okay, let's just try to lose 10 pounds, let's just start walking today, and maybe let's just start trying to implement some lower calorie foods. You can do turkey instead of ground beef. There's some substitutions that you can make that is going to make your lifestyle a lot easier, and for him, don't take him to the river so quickly.
Okay, and I honestly agree with that. And I got to ask you something, brother. Okay, man to man. Okay, as a dude who, and I like exactly what you're saying, because I want to make sure I got something at home to look at, and I want to be that dude that she look out. Now, man to man, bro. And as a brother myself who let a lot of women go to get with my queen, and I want to ask you this. What is it about Cheryl that you saw was so fantastic that you wanted to be the man to fulfill her dreams? I want to know this.
Yeah, hey, she wants to know that too. It was actually a great connection. She became my best friend. It was a spiritual connection. She was everything that I did not know I needed. She was somebody that brung things to me that I didn't expect, I didn't even know exist in a woman. So outside of looking at certain women, like I said, men are very visual, and of course, my wife is beautiful and fine. But you get so caught up in looking at women just for the outside and not the inside. And that's just how men are.
Yeah.
But you learn as you get older, you learn and realize that, listen, I need somebody that know how to fill out an application herself. I can't fill it out for her. I don't need you to just look good.
Yeah.
But just for my best friend, she helped bring the maturity out of me as a man. She helped do a lot of things. If it weren't for her, my career wouldn't be what it is today. So it was a lot of things that I saw in her that I understand, okay, that is what a real woman is.
Say that, baby.
Yeah.
All right now, Cheryl.
Hey.
You're on me now. You're on me.
That's what I was about to say, because we are big on reciprocity around here. So, Miss Cheryl, sister to sister girl.
Uh-oh, here we go.
What did you see when you saw Sherrod
Better say something good.
that made you say, I want to be the queen that empowers this man?
Well, it's really, really funny. Sherrod has definitely been a blessing in my life. It's kind of funny because although he is all that in a bag of chips, super duper gorgeous, fine, handsome, and all that, the good thing about me is that I was used to fine. Okay.
Oh,
so I'm like, what else can you bring to the table? But you know what? This man, he has a heart of gold. He will give you the shirt off his back. He is the biggest caretaker. He's very, very loving. And when I saw him interact with his kids, I knew that that's the type of man that I could see myself with. And even more so, he made me laugh. He kept me laughing. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I've always been big on humor, but I had no idea I could laugh like this. And and like he said, we became, we worked together. We were best friends. We literally, like, from the time we met, we were stuck like glue and haven't been apart since. Never broke up. We just were always together because, we were a good team. God was together. He's a Taurus. I'm a Libra. How did we ever make it together? We don't know.
Ooh,
but
man.
I pray a lot.
I tell you that, I could definitely relate to that because I'm an Aquarius and this Capricorn here.
Yeah.
And he's a triple Capricorn. He's Capricorn with a Capricorn rising and Capricorn moon. You ain't going to get no more dope than this one here.
Yeah.
And I am, I'm go with the flow or whatever type personality. And as far as business-wise, we click. But then that other part, oh my gosh.
We had to work on it.
We had to work on it. Yeah, we pray and, I just got to do the motto of tomorrow be better.
My queen. Hold on. Let me step in here. Let me break it down of why we work. Okay, and one thing about it is, Nightstorm Nation, is we like to bring other power couples to come on because just like in the letter, okay, this couple is dealing with some issues, okay? They're dealing with issues of compromise because both of them are controlling and overpowering and trying to dominate each other. And we all know that right there is a formula for destruction in any relationship, whether it's business or personal. But the one thing that the Queen and I have had to do, and Sherrod and Cheryl have broken this down eloquently, is that they saw so much in each other. And they have so much respect, mutual respect for each other. And they also saw the value in the other person. Now, even though the astrological signs don't mix, but we are more than astrological signs, okay? We are people. And if I saw you, because I saw you, baby. Okay. And everybody in Nightstorm Nation know I dumped 30 girlfriends to have you. Because I was out there. I was out there. But I saw
It's still funny to me that you call them girlfriends, but keep going.
Okay, they were chicks I was messing with. Okay. Sherrod.
You understand,
They were chicks I was messing with. Okay. But, and this is the but, I saw the value. I saw the gem. And when I saw you, baby, I said, the rest of these chicks got to go. This is a woman that I could change my life for. And this is a woman that I'm willing to change my life for. So all you ladies out there, if you want to be that type of queen that a man is willing to change his life for, then you have to be that type of lady that a man is willing to change his life for. So that's the compromise. It takes both aspects of people being what they need to be. Now, come on, baby. You better tell me something good.
I was just sitting here thinking, boy, he's just like buttering this up. He's like, beat that. Well, I see your king. And I'll raise you on the back. I know, right? You see how you trying to play me out? But it's not only that, because like I said, it's compromise. Right. Cheryl said, she was like, I was used to fine. So, whatever. Tell me something I don't know. And when we got together, what my voicemail said.
Oh, Lord, how much?
Because when he met me.
Hold on, Cheryl, check out what the Queen said on her voicemail when we first got together 15 years ago. Here, this is good. Go ahead, baby.
Well, hello. Obviously, you're special enough to have the privilege to have my number. And that's how that went from there. Okay. So he was like, what? Yeah. But, I had to bring it down a notch.
Just a little bit.
And realize that in order to be a queen, I had to be what this man who was making himself and changing himself to be the king that I needed. And have that compromise and that reciprocity. So I had to recognize what I had before me, because a lot of times we don't even see what we got.
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, and what you got? So what? And what?
Okay, so
whatever.
All right, so let me ask you guys this, because because you guys doing so much, and we're going to get into that in the next segment. But I just want the Nyghtstorm Nation, before you answer their questions, I want them to get to know you a little bit more. So now, the king has his queen. Yes. And astrological signs don't mix all the time. Personalities don't mix all the time. Mm-hmm. And once he's so fine, or she's so hot, once that is over, okay, and you start to really get into the trenches of who each other are, and you start seeing the issues with the other person really, really quickly. What was it, sir, first, that motivated you to say, I'm going to push past some of her idiosyncrasies because I see that she's greater than her mistakes? And, ma'am, the same thing with him. So go, bro, and make it good.
Okay. With my wife, the good outweighs the bad. And everybody has a little something on them. You know, you can't get nobody that's perfect.
Right.
And it's not she has things that's bad. It's just that we all have little things that we do that irritate the other.
Yeah.
And I just look over that because everything that she brings to me outweighs those little small things, Mm-hmm. You owe me some money after this, don't you? No, so it's really I think it's really one of those situations when you realize you really love somebody.
Right.
When you can accept the faults in there, because I got mine too, so she gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
I ain't anime. All right.
Eat the cake.
Eat the cake.
Well, he kind of answered in the best way that I would as well. Nobody is perfect, and if you find that perfect person, that's great. We're perfect for each other. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it easy. On those days when we're getting on each other's nerves, I send that Taurus bull to his corner and give him a few minutes to cool off, and then I come back. I love this man with all my heart, and he is a blessing to me. So when you realize that, you know what, this is who you said I do to death do us part. So on those days when we just like, okay, we're not in sync or in agreement, we just, me being the balance or the peacekeeper, I just, let him do his Taurus thing, and then I come back. And then we're good. We're good. I look at all the pluses because he doesn't have but a few flaws.
Oh, there you go.
Only a few that she's going to mention on the radio. Do that pasta doble. I see you. I see you. All right. Well, we are coming up on our break.
Yes.
And Nyghtstorm Nation, please feel free to call in. You know the number, 404-355-8699 or 866-923-2860. And weigh in on this topic of being there for your spouse and helping to save them 1 calorie at a time, because we're going to get more into the calorie part of it right after the break. Love 860 AM WAEC. We'll be right back.
To all event planners, are you worried that your next corporate get-together is going to be boring?
Then invite the Nyghtstorms to speak at your next event and electrify your organization as we break down how to grow your business, fix broken relationships, and conquer life challenges.
So make your next event epic. Invite me and the Queen to rock the house with inspirational techniques designed to empower individuals and maximize their true potential.
And thanks for listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational station.
We are you.
This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nyghtstorm, and I'm known as the woman not afraid to tell the truth about how things really are. And the truth I have to say to you is you should listen to Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday from 11 to noon. And you should also like us on Facebook at Nyghtstorm Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio. And join the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list on Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. We are you.
This is YG Nyghtstorm. And why should you listen to Nyghtstorm Radio? Because we relate to you or someone you know with topics taken directly from our lives. Every time you tune in, you'll hear a discussion about real subjects that affect real life. Why? Because me and the Queen have been there. So join us right here every Thursday morning from 11 to noon on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. Nyghtstorm Radio. We are you.
Hello, Nyghtstorm Nation. This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nyghtstorm, and I have a question for you. How much are you spending each day on lunch? $6, $7, $10 even? Do you know that for less than what you spend each week on lunch, you can advertise your business or service right here during the show on Nyghtstorm Radio? Why don't you inbox us on Facebook, send us a message on Twitter, or drop us a line at Nyghtstorm.com. Let us show you how you can get your business or service out in front of the people. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nyghtstorm Radio. Our topic today is saving our spouse's life 1 calorie at a time. And our guest today with fitness and our lifestyle are gurus, Cheryl and Sherrod Rutland. Mm-hmm. And we had a pop-up letter during the break. And I wanted to read that, YG, if you don't mind.
You go ahead, my queen.
All right, it says, Dear Nyghtstorms, I'm 14 years old, and I'm tired of being bullied at school and at home. The kids at my school all laugh at me because I'm overweight, and that's not the worst of it. My older sister constantly puts me down, and my mom is saddened because we just learned that I have diabetes. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. I know YG lost a lot of weight, and I've seen his YouTube videos, but I can't pick up the gym like he can. Can you and your guests help me get my life back? I'm willing to do the work. I just want help.
Okay. All right. And I don't know if this is a young man or a young woman who has wrote in to us, but I want to say also thank you for your letter. And you don't have to pick up the gym.
None of us
like
can pick up the gym. That's what I was like, laughing to myself. I could do, 20 pounds, 25 pounds?
Well, you don't have to be a power lifter to pick up the gym, okay? Mm-hmm. And in 2012, yes, I weighed like 340 pounds in 2012. And I said this earlier, and all kind of health issues was going on, and it just was not a pretty picture. So I understand where you're coming from with this, but this is a process, okay? And this is not going to happen for you overnight. But the fact is, you said that I'm willing to do the work, and that's the first step. Now, I'm sorry that your sister it's picking on you. Those are some issues going on in the house. And then you got the typical bullying stuff. Well, we're going to help you out. We're going to get you on the right path. And good old YG and health issues. But YG and Toby are here. But we also got Sherrod and Cheryl. So, all right. Now, guys, you guys have something called the Project 10 Challenge for kids. Okay. How can this work for this young person to get them back going the way they need to go? Can you tell us about that, Cheryl?
Absolutely, and I wish we knew a little bit more about the person that wrote the letter. I'm assuming that he or she is probably the overweight one in the household, but a lot of this starts with the parenting. What are the parents providing for him or her? So what I would suggest first and foremost is to do a cleansing as far as the treats and the snacks and stuff that are in the home, because it really saddens me to know that he or she is that young and has a problem with diabetes. The Project 10 Challenge for kids, we are the #1 weight loss and fitness platform in the country. So with that statement on its own, knowing that we can definitely provide him some assistance. And what Sherrod and I do, in addition to being a part of the challenge, we go a little bit further. I'm not sure if this person is local, but like our team here in Atlanta, we even have challenge group workouts for kids. We actually have one Saturday morning in Stone Mountain, but it's free of charge. So that, if he's local or she's local, that they can come and just, work out with someone in their peer group, and at least learn what to do. You don't have to come every weekend, but at least learn what to do so that you can transition those healthy eating habits. The challenge is really based around a 90-calorie meal replacement too, so that helps too. So if you're going to be eating, what you do is drink 2 meal replacements or have 2 meal replacements a day and eat 1 healthy meal. And what we don't promote not eating. A lot of diets are fads and very trendy, but what we try to do is get you into a lifestyle of eating healthy. So as you get to your desired goal or desired weight, you can actually learn how to eat better, learn how to eat in moderation. We've helped so many people that were diabetic, pre-diabetic, have medical issues like high blood pressure. Those we don't make medical claims, but we also know that once you lose weight, some of those issues go away. They subside on their own. So the challenge is a big part of that. So we would love to, reach out to this young person and see can we help them in addition to what they're struggling with. And we know bullying is no joke. People don't realize the extent and how harsh bullying is. And Sherrod, you want to?
Well, she said everything I was going to say.
There you go, dog.
But I can say one thing. Once he loses the weight and he gets his self-confidence, and he will understand a little bit more about there's something the bullying will stop, because, I was bullied, and I bullied in school, but I was the shortest thing in school and was the biggest bully in school. Right. So I know that's a shame.
Napoleon.
Napoleon complex.
No, I was just. So I think that it comes with him just losing some weight and just maybe doing his own little push-ups and some own just. Maybe on Christmas, hey Mom, can you get me some little weights or something where he can on his birthday, so he can start working out. Going on the internet, looking at different workout type exercises that he can do for himself, and it boosts his confidence up, because that comes with low self-esteem also, and it's hard when you're that age and you got low self-esteem, because usually it carries on. Yeah,
and also just to piggyback on that, we're in a time in society where being sedentary is so accepted. All the kids are playing video games. The kids are, watching TV and glued to the couch. Right. And, when we were growing up, it's like you get outside, you run, play, jump. We don't come home till the street lights come on. But so, again, depending on what input the parent is giving or the parents are providing, we have to start there, because they have the ultimate control. And instead of sitting down in front of the TV, there's nothing wrong with playing video games and watching TV, but in moderation, get out the house and play. Or if you're going to do video games, let's make it work. Do a fitness video game. Right. And so there are a lot of things that he can do to make a jump start on a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things, especially dealing with young kids, that we don't realize as the parents. We might go and buy ourselves something healthy, but we figure these kids are young, they got a high metabolism,
That's right.
so
Just give
here,
them
I'm going to
anything.
give you some Twinkies
Right.
and some chips, but I'm going to get me some celery sticks, because I need to lose the weight, but you'll burn it off. It's
Right,
okay.
right, yeah.
So, and we're the one with the job, and we're the one bringing the food in the
Absolutely.
house.
Yeah.
So we're
Absolutely.
not, they can only get what we give them.
Yes.
So we have to
Yeah.
think about that too.
And also, and just to bring that to a close, young man, and like I said, I don't know if this is a young man or a young lady, but I don't want to assume. But please don't go in the gym trying to bench press 400 pounds like YG. Okay.
He had to work his way up.
I had to, yeah.
Because he was doing the 25 pounds with me.
Yeah. and just full transparency, when I got back in the gym in 2012 and I lost the weight and I got down to where I wanted to be, I couldn't even pick up 25-pound dumbbells, okay? I was so out of shape that I just couldn't do it. But a transitional period happened, and I kept believing. And when I started trimming up and I started getting my shape back, then the confidence, like you said, sir, it comes. Okay, and guess what? People still going to talk about you anyway. If you ain't fat, you're too skinny, or you ain't pretty enough, or you're too dark-skinned, or your hair too short, or your hair too long. Man, bruh, they're going to talk about you anyway. So you just have the confidence and say, look, I'm going to be me.
Our young lady.
Or young lady, I'm going to be me, you be you, and you can say whatever you want to say, but I'm going to be me anyway. Okay, now I want to also get to this, because the Queen and I, we work out in the gym together, okay? And you guys, obviously, you guys are in terrific shape. So how important is it for couples to work out together and make fitness a priority in their lives, and how it can also empower the relationship? Yeah.
Sherrod, I'll let you tackle that one.
Come on, bruh.
I think it balanced out the relationship a whole lot, because if you got one going to the gym and the other one is not, it's like, well, why are you going to the gym? Who at the gym you like? What's going on at the gym? So it's very important that you work out together, where you can stay healthy together, you can look good together. Because if you got, I've seen this a lot now. I've seen this a lot. When you got one coming to the gym, and where's your husband, where's your wife? Man, they don't want to work out, and it just causes a problem. And it's very, very important, I think, to keep that trend. When you can work out with each other, it keeps the sex life happy. It keeps you happy. You're looking good. You're feeling good, and all those different things. And so it's very important. I think it's a big issue when you don't.
Okay. So, Sherrod and Cheryl, you guys have so much information that we can't squeeze everything into this little hour. It's really not even an hour when you put in commercial breaks, more like 49 minutes, but whatever, not to get technical. But, I'm the type of person that'll get technical. I was joking with my kids, and I was like, we ever went on Family Feud, and then, how he's like, how much money are you going to get? And then everybody go, $20,000. I'm the one that'll say, $5,000, divided 4 ways after taxes. That's what we're going to walk out with here. But how can people get in touch with you? I have Steve on the floor. But
Well, our website is, of course, www.rutlandfitness, and that's RUT like Tom, LAND fitness.myvi. That's V like Victor I.net. We'd love to hear from you guys. And actually, our phone number 678-637-9695. Please feel free to give us a call if you have any weight loss questions, fitness questions. This challenge is amazing. We are actually changing lives 10 pounds at a time. And what I didn't say earlier, for every 10 pounds that someone loses on the challenge, or 10 pounds of muscle that someone gains, we actually, as a company, we donate 90 meals to a child in need, because there are a lot of kids out there, as we see, that don't get proper nutrition. Right. So to be able to give back in that capacity is just a huge
feeding
gift.
the kids.
It's all about the kids.
There you go. Now, on this show, especially today, we've heard a lot of things, and a lot of folks are upset, and there's a lot of folks dealing with some very, very tough issues in the home and out of the home. But, my queen, there's a word that can rise over an ocean of adversity, and that word is
Love.
And we have hit the love shout out portion of our show, where the Nightstorm Nation gets to send their love to each other, to their sweetie pies, and tell folks just how much they appreciate each other. And what we got going on first, baby? Who's
first,
doing the love shout out?
We have Lauren, and she says Jack is her Superman.
Yeah.
And the best thing to ever happen to her.
Also, Edgar says Charlotte has been his sweetie pie for 30 years, and every day has been a blessing for him. Way to go, Edgar. That's what's up.
30 years. We halfway there.
Yeah, we 15 years.
I know, that's right. So, Sherrod and Cheryl, would y'all like to give a shout out?
Let's go.
Well, I'm going to shout just across the table to my sweetie pie. I just love him dearly, and he's been, like I said, the best thing that's happened in my life, and I look forward to spending the rest of my life with him. We're ready to conquer the world.
Your turn.
I feel the same way about my wife. She's beautiful. She's everything to me. Couldn't think of being without her. And she motivates me. And like it said, not behind, but beside every great man, there's a great woman.
There you go.
My turn.
Yes, baby.
I want to give a love shout out to YG Nightstorm.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. You're just too much. You're too much.
Oh, baby.
Can't describe it. I want to say thank you for being the rock, the inspiration, the Nightstorm of Nightstorm Radio, the host of my life, and the foundation of our family. I really appreciate what you do, how you do, and when you do your thing. Now, top that high.
Okay. Well, baby, Nightstorm Nation knows, and all 7 of our children know. But I'll say it again. You are the most incredible woman that I could ever pray for. You're the most incredible business partner that I can ever work with. And you are the most incredible woman that I've ever had the pleasure of falling in love with.
Aww.
Thank you so much for being my queen, and I promise to continue to be a strong king for you and make things happen. I love you.
Cool beans. And you know my birthday's Sunday, right?
I know your
so what we
birthday
doing?
Sunday. Man, can we please get to Sunday first?
Let me get this out first.
I know,
Super Bowl is Sunday too. Super Bowl is Sunday too.
It's Thursday.
I know Super Bowl
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Sure, Super Bowl.
Chicken wings and beer.
Look, that's what we get for my birthday. Chicken wings and beer.
That's not part of our challenge.
Right. All right. We want to thank Nightstorm Nation members that wrote into the show today. We also want to thank Sherrod and Cheryl Rutland for joining us today. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Nightstorm Radio, and join us on Nightstorm.com for all the 411 on us and our work in the community.
Yes. And we always close the show with the We Are Nightstorm Nation pledge. So, stepping out of darkness and into light, we are here to initiate change.
Regardless of the mistakes that lie in our past, we make the difference of success over failure within our families, our businesses, and our communities.
I love me. I love you. And baby, we will change the world.
Sick, especially when you say it like that. We are Nightstorm Nation,
and we are you. God bless you guys. Have a great week. See you next Thursday.